are you looking to the future? Are you trying to hold on to the past? And this is a question. Are we going to be like Eastman Kodak throughout the 1980s and 90s? You know? Or are we going to be like NVIDIA?
And this morning Joe Scarborough tried to make it sound this was the ultimate putting lipstick on a pig. They put him out there like to do this hostage video where they're all happy because Universal pulled out. We're not giving you any more money, and you're gonna have to go rebrand this piece of crap network called MSNBC. So they sent Morning Joe out to do it first thing this morning before it hit the news wires. Listen to this hostage video and just watch his face as he's basically telling you, we went bankrupt. Nobody wants us. We're the island of misfit kids. But it's got to be great.
All right, we have breaking news as it pertains to our network. This morning, a new name for the network by the end of the year. We will become MS Now, which stands for My Source for News, Opinion, and the World. And look, Andrew, they even have a graphic up. I like it.
There it is.
Actually,
the new logo.
It looks very sporty. As we go to Versant, we're going to be moving in this direction. MS Now.
Did you notice the logo? It's almost as if the people at NBC walked in and said, don't even put the same colors. Don't put the peacock. We don't want to see you having anything to do with us. Change your letterhead, change everything, and look like some communist network. We don't care what you do. Just don't use the peacock anymore. You're done. We're out of here. No more MSNBC. Take that NBC part of your name away, and you can't even use the peacock, nor can you even use the colors.
I got a call yesterday afternoon, and they're saying, we hope you're okay. Where you going? I was like, what do you mean? Like, this shows we're independent. And what I've said on this show time and time again is you look at it.
Okay. So when you get lemons, you're making lemonade, but he ain't got no sugar, he ain't got no sweet and low, and his lemonade tastes like shit right now. What do you mean? This is fantastic. We're independent. I mean, nobody will watch you. You had a little bit of people because you had a little bit of credibility being tied to NBC. Now you don't got the NBC part. You're just the MS. Oh my gosh. Oh, but we're independent.
People that are running the company, they're entrepreneurial. Right. Like when you have somebody come into your company after working for like big corporations and you're talking, you're saying, and they go, we want you to be entrepreneurial. We want you to come up with new ideas. We want you to push the boundaries. I'm excited about that, so I'm excited about this too. It's like...
Yeah, I don't want to be associated with a long-standing, well-funded network that's been around forever, that had David Brinkley and some of the Tim Russert and some of the best-known names for news. We just got kicked to the curb, but I can't wait. Nobody's going to watch you. You'll be doing a podcast real soon, and nobody will watch that either.
No. What's in the name? Well, whatever you put into the name.
Well, look, my understanding is this decision was a choice by NBC Universal. Right. Remember, originally, they were going to leave the Peacock with the different units. Right. They decided that they wanted that to stay with NBC Universal. Having said
So there was actually a conversation. I was just being funny about it. Somebody said, can we at least keep the peacock? No. Come on, man. They're going to think we're like the misfit kids here. We can't even keep the peacock? Sorry, can't help you. Go away. Be entrepreneurial. Be wild. Do something. We don't care. You're lucky we're letting you keep the camera.
Despite my sentimentality about the Peacock, I've always loved the Peacock.
Yeah.
The truth is, I've always thought about this network and CNBC and USA, and
that is probably the worst branding ever. It looks like a drug, a pharmaceutical. You got MS Now. MS Now can help you. Just don't take it if you're pregnant, lactating, or what in the heck is that? MS Now. Oh my God. Looks like a Cuban network.
Actually, all of those assets as insurgent networks.
Right.
This is an insurgent network. And I love the idea, to be honest with you. You can take out your salt shaker or whatever you want to do and say, take it with a grain of salt. But I like this because I think it actually does have the sort of independence and actually gets away in some ways from even the idea of legacy media.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
here's a hint. If you want to get away from the legacy media, you can't keep doing the same shit that the legacy media failed. Understand what you're watching. You're watching a network that had the plug pulled on it because it sucked, and they had to get rid of all the people that were making it suck, and now you think you're going to keep paying Rachel Maddow $20 million a year? You think they're going to keep paying you and Mika a whole bunch of money? You're in the bargain bin at this point. You're done. It's just a matter of time. As I mentioned yesterday, agonal breathing. It's over. You just don't know you're dead. I see dead people. I can see you're dead.
I think what you're seeing MS do and what you're seeing so many of these other networks do now is not just linear, but by the way, I'm watching you on TikTok now. Do you know that? Do you know I'm seeing you on TikTok?
So this is a thing, and of course,
you don't want to talk about it. So I'm watching you on TikTok. You think, yeah? Have you seen my videos on TikTok? Just change the subject because I know none of my 12 or 13-year-old people who watch me on TikTok are part of my actual demo. The demo that advertisers want to pay for. If the demo isn't watching, I'm not getting paid. And you just had one of the biggest networks in the world. I'm cutting bait, but you got to come out this morning and make it look like it's a good deal. I think he said what they got until the end of the year, so they've probably guaranteed their salaries through like December 31st. Watch what happens with January. Tumbleweeds will be coming across, which might be good. Maybe people will watch it. Maybe the price will get driven down so low Elon will buy it. I don't know.
Because I'm hip with the kids. People,
I know.
I actually didn't know this, but this network is the most watched news network on TikTok and on YouTube.
Yes,
right?
It is.
So we are moving. We're moving in a direction beyond corporate media, and again, I think this.
What he did say. Understand what he said there. This is what I'm sorry. I'm just cracking up here. We're the most watched network on YouTube and whatever TikTok. Nobody tunes into a network, bro. Sorry. They're tuning in to see the person talking, the host. And so when you look at that, and I don't believe it anyway, because you might be the most watched network, but you still don't even chart. You're not even in it. Wait a second. You know what? I could actually pull it up. Let's go ahead and look at last week's ratings. I was off most of the week because I had stuff to do. And let's see here. Let's bring this and talk about MSNBC and how they're ranked here. All right, here. Let me. I got charts. I got information. All right. So where's my chart? There we go. Okay. The top watch podcast shows, not network, shows on YouTube over the last week. And I'm scrolling, I see 48 hours, I see Brian Taylor Cohen, and Sean Ryan has big names there. H3, I'm still going. Club Shay Shay, and PBD, Megyn Kelly, and we're still going. Oh, that's NBC News, that's not MSNBC. Okay, so that's not you. Plus, you can't use the Peacock anymore. And we're still going, and we're still going. And there's NBC again. They said you can't use the Peacock nor their name. Let's see. We're still looking. Where are they falling? I don't see MSNBC anywhere here at well. There's Will Kane, Lex Friedman. Benny will show up, and then Barry will show up. I'll be higher this week. I promise. And there I am, right there. I don't see any. No, I'm pretty sure. No, there's PBS. No, don't see any NBC anywhere. I mean, MSNBC. Sorry. Nope. No, you're not. Nobody's watching your shit. Sorry. Good luck, MS now.
It fits. It's where it's a new marketplace. And you look at legacy media, you look at the old media companies. I could list a lot of names, John Lemire, that meant a lot 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that mean nothing absolutely now. It's what have you done for me lately? And are you looking to the future? Are you trying to hold on to the past? And this is a question. Are we going to be like Eastman Kodak throughout the 1980s and 90s? You know? Or are we going to be like NVIDIA and look at a brave new world?
He just compared your crap network to NVIDIA, one of the biggest stocks in the world. You're more like Blockbuster at this point. You're in that bin there when you walk around and you're in a supermarket and they've got some loose DVDs sitting around. That's where you're all right now. That's where the legacy media is, and they're just the first to fall. I gotta believe CNN's not too far behind them. It's boom.
This actually helps us do that.
The media landscape has been changing a lot over the last decade or so, but it's been really accelerated in the last few years, in this particular moment. So it does seem an ideal time to rebrand, an ideal time to embrace a new identity, to, as you said, to be an insurgent network. MSNBC.
By the way, it's also a line in the sand just about the future. And the truth is that this network, originally the MS was Microsoft.
Right.
So for a very long time, there has been a rebrand, I would argue.
All right, so my question is, if it's such a great idea, if this was the wave of the future, why did you wait until NBC Universal kicked you to the curb? You could have walked in and said, you know what, I like this new media thing. I think that's going to be better for us. Would you allow me to take Morning Joe, take that franchise and start my own thing online? The Morning Joe on YouTube or the Morning Joe on Rumble. Can I do that? You know, because you just said you thought it was the future. But the future ran over you. The future came and said, get out. Now you're way behind the 8 ball. And unfortunately, Joe, where's Mika, by the way? Did Mika, she's still home crying? I'm not really sure, but she ain't there on a Monday morning, nonetheless. And you bring in this guy from CNBC, his job is safe for now. The rest of your staff, Joe, you're going to be looking around, it's going to be empty chairs. They're all going to go looking for something else. It's inevitable.
Almost in order.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's good. A slight smile.
You just said that.
I think it's good. I think it's good. Oh, my God. Oh, I can't believe she said it like that. I think it's good. We're all going to survive.
No, I think it's good. And I think, look, I think that I didn't know the MS was from Microsoft. I mean, that, I think
crazy?
Yeah.
That deal didn't go well for Microsoft.
Yeah,
but
no,
anyway.
it did not. But I think that's right. And look, we know for a fact that people get their news, a lot of it from YouTube and TikTok. So if you're biggest news, if you're the biggest news network out there, that's a big deal.
Yeah, the goal is, again, be entrepreneurial and be independent. Let's
we call it, we've always just say MS anyway.
Yeah.
Right. MS. And then the truth is now.
Stop. Ashley, if you're watching, Ashley, call Joe and see if he and Micah want to come on the show. let's give him a boost. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Hey, I say your network sucks and your network kicks you to the curb. Bye. Oh, my goodness. Wow, I needed that. I needed that as I'm getting ready to go have dinner. Oh, my goodness. They actually tried to make it out like it was a good thing. Everybody watching can see that they took the peacock away. They told you just go away, do whatever you need to do on that set, strip everything off of it that might have anything NBC connected to it. Make sure your stationery on your desk doesn't have MSNBC next to it, and good luck with your TikTok or something.